The young monk froze. His breath caught in his throat as he watched. For a heartbeat, he wondered if it was illusion. He rubbed his eyes, blinked hard, but the sight remained, her form unraveling, dissolving into ash that scattered as light with the wind. His mind raced, flooded with questions. How could flesh vanish into as light into air? He felt the ground under him tilt, his understanding of reality torn open. The sutras he had memorized in Master Scroll spoke of impermanence, of release from the mortal shell, soft and cryptic, still echoed in his ears. The young monk Vishu, heart still heavy with the image of the dissolving female monk, words, though few, carried a weight that pressed upon his soul. Go to the green forest. There the path shall open. Following the directions, he soon entered a vast expanse of emerald forest. Sunlight streamed gently through the wildflowers with golden hues. The air was fragrant with the scent of blossoms, cool and pure, as though the forest itself breathed life into him. Then, to his wonder, the creatures of the forest began warm welcome, deers lowering their heads in greeting. Bright feathered peacocks spread their tails in shimmering patterns, their voice echoing like temple bells. Butterflies circled him in playful spirals, as though acknowledging his arrival. The young monk felt no trace of loneliness here. Instead, a warmth spread through his chest, as though the forest had accepted him as one of its own. He sat beneath a towering banyan tree, decoding the scroll once more. The eye-hidden words seemed to shine faintly in the dappled light. Closing his eyes, Vishu crossed his legs and steadied his breath. He began his spiritual cultivation, mysteries of ash and vanishing forms still echoing within his mind, now cradled by the gentle embrace of nature's silence. 12 long years drifted beneath the forest canopy. Seasons turned, blossoms fell, rivers swelled and receded. Through it all, Vishu cultivated in silence, breath after breath, thought after thought, peeling away the illusions of the world like layers of mist. He learned to still not only his mind, but even the pulse of his soul, until it rested like a mountain lake, calm and unmoving. Then, one night beneath a full moon, it happened. Seated in meditation, his body grew weightless, his breath dissolved, and his heartbeat vanished into silence. Suddenly, he was no longer bound to flesh. His spirit drifted between realms, glimpsing radiant worlds where sages meditated and shadowed plains where restless spirits wandered. For the first time, he understood the true meaning of the scroll. Here, the world shall speak. The world was not only earth and forest, but all the layers of existence, the mortal, the celestial, and the unseen. Vishu had become a master of soul cultivation, holding the key to traverse them. Upon the 12th year of his practice, in stillness, his soul flickered free of the body once more. The sky rippled with brilliance, and from within that radiance emerged his master, no longer of flesh but pure, blinding presence. His voice was not sound but resonance, echoing within Vishu's heart. Dear Vishu, you have mastered astral traveling through your soul. The time has come for your sacred passage to the divine region. Listen well, the Himalaya is no mere mountain range. It is the threshold dividing the mortal and the spiritual. No body of flesh may cross it. Only the soul may pass. On every full moon night, between sunset and moonrise, there is a sacred interval, 15 minutes only. In that span, the stargate reveals itself in the northern sky. When that moment comes, you must preserve your mortal body upon the Himalayas, untouched and unbroken, while your soul ascends through the gate. Beyond it, your path will unfold by itself, but only if your courage holds firm. And as suddenly as it appeared, the light dissolved into 1,000 sparks, scattering like constellations across the night sky. Vishu sat alone once more, yet within him his heart thundered with destiny,